What's up, MS's Multiverse, and today we're going to be talking about Beerus's past. Now, this far into the series, I think we can start to reconstruct Beerus's past based on little bits and tidbits of information here and here throughout the series. So, Beerus was born way before the existence of Majin Buu because of what the Elder Kai said, how there was an enemy in his time. He said that the enemy he wasn't as terrifying as Majin Buu, but he was still pretty bad or pretty evil, depending on what translation or dub you're talking about. He didn't make it sound like Beerus was as strong as Majin Buu, because my theory is at the time, I don't think he was as strong as Majin Buu. So Beerus was born before the existence of Majin Buu, and he was born a prodigy. And I think his personality was very similar to what we see today, where I don't think he was evil, but I think he was kind of like a Vegeta type, where he was very powerful and he would go around doing his own thing. And if people got in his way, I think he would destroy him. And if they didn't, I think he'd leave him alone. I don't think he had a core evil personality like Kid Buu did or Cell, but I think over time, I don't think he hardcore trained or anything, but since I think he was such a prodigy that he was born of the same race as Champa as well. I think Champa was a prodigy as well. I think they were the two strongest of the race, and I don't think they had to train that much to get very powerful, but I think they would go around causing, I'll use the word mischief, and a lot of other, causing maybe small bouts of problems here and here, but I don't think they're anything evil. I don't think they're destroying like solar system, the galaxy, anything. But I also don't think that they were born gods, or they didn't have to be born gods. Now, I know a lot of people are just going to disagree with me on this, but throughout the series, they said over and over and over that they asked if Goku or Vegeta trained to become the next gods of destruction. What that means to me is that you do not have to be a god to become the god of destruction. They will either make you a god, or maybe even just having god keys enough. But I don't think Beerus and Champa were necessarily born gods. Now, another thing we know is at some point, something must have happened to the current gods of destruction, Universe 6 and 7, and they were probably hanging around, and most likely Zeno appointed them to be a new god of destruction because of their incredible power. They're just kind of laying around, you know, in their universes, and Zeno must have caught eye of them because of their incredible fighting power, because they were most likely prodigies, and I think he appointed them as new gods of destruction. Now, Beerus also feared the Elder Kai at one point, and he sealed him up in the Z-Sword. Now, why he did this, there's only two reasons I can think of. One is because he did, in fact, fear his power to unlock people's potential, and he could have made someone stronger than. Think about Ultimate Gohan could have maybe defeated Beerus at the time of when Majin Buu was around, because Beerus, I think, got a lot stronger over time. We said he trained him up, and I don't think he was born with the same amount of power he has today. So it is quite possible he feared the Elder Kai's powers enough to destroy him. Another thing is maybe he sealed the Elder Kai away so there'd always be a god of creation left, so nobody could kill the Supreme Kai and kill him. But we saw with Trunks' timeline, it doesn't always work as planned, whereas Trunks' Z-Sword got destroyed, and then the Supreme Kai died in a fight with Babidi, and then he ended up dying anyway. So that might not have been a guaranteed a way for it to work. Also, the Elder Kai might not have been the god of the creation anymore. It might have been assigned to the Supreme Kai. So that's another reason why that might not work. I'm also going to make a prediction. He might have actually even been weaker than Kid Buu when Kid Buu was around for the first time with Bibidi. But I think after Majin Buu became dormant, I think that's when he became a lot stronger. And somewhere around that time is when he got appointed God of Destruction. And then Whis, I think, was appointed to train Beerus, and Whis actually trained with Vados. That's what is actually stated. So that's where he got a lot of his power from, was from his sister. And then I think once Whis trained with Beerus, I think that's when he kind of took on the traits and his powers that he has today. I also think once he became extremely strong by training with Whis and maybe partially training on his own, I also think he got very lazy this time, and that's why he ordered Frieza to destroy planets such as Planet Vegeta, and he had other people do his work for him, so he was extremely lazy. Once he became as strong as he was, he's like, I don't need to become any stronger, I don't need to train, hell, I don't even need to do my job because I can have someone do it for me. And that kind of leads up to like what he's like today. We have the lazy yet powerful and feared Beerus, and I feel like that's kind of all they've revealed so far. As the series goes on, I think they're going to reveal more and more about his past. But honestly, I think I find this really interesting. I think it's starting to add up, like how he came to be. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. or maybe you made some new connections in your head of how all these things relate to each other, all the gods, and how Beerus came to be. Let me know in the comments if you have any more theories or predictions involving Beerus's past or future. I'll read them like always. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.